Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 17th of October. Indian Prime Minister Modi inaugurates first ever All India Institute of Ayurveda in New Delhi. Taliban suicide attack in eastern Afghan police headquarters kills over 20. And Hindus across India celebrate auspicious Dhanteras festival. And now for all the details, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated an Ayurveda Institute in capital New Delhi on the occasion of National Ayurveda Day. The Apex Institute is expected to bring synergy between the traditional medicine system and modern diagnostic tools and technology.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated the All India Institute of Ayurveda in capital New Delhi. The first ever national institute dedicated to Ayurveda, an ancient Indian system of medicine, has been set up along the lines of Premier Health Institute, All India Institute of Medical Sciences. The new institute will serve as a research hub. It will also teach postgraduate students, PhD courses and skill development program. Addressing a gathering, Prime Minister Modi described the medicine system as India's strength and urged those working in the sector to revive it.
इस संस्थान को आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से युक्त बनाया गया है। इसकी मदद से कई गंभीर बीमारियों के आयुर्वेद उपचार भी उसमें भी अच्छी खासी मदद मिलेगी। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि आज आयुर्वेद संस्थान की स्थापना से आयुर्वेद की विद्या, आयुर्वेद की ज्ञान संपदा को फिर एक बार बल मिल रहा है, एक नई ऊर्जा मिल रही है।
The Epic Institute under the Ministry of Ayush is expected to bring synergy between the traditional wisdom of Ayurveda and modern diagnostic tools and technology. Ayurveda evolved as a system of medicine around 600 BC in India. Ayurveda, literally meaning the science of life, has over the years gained popularity as the world, haunted by toxic effects of modern drugs, is fast on the lookout for alternative systems of treatment.
The United Nations General Assembly on Monday elected 15 states to serve on the Human Rights Council by secret ballot. The Council is the highest intergovernmental body in the UN system for matters relating to protection and promotion of human rights worldwide.
15 states were on Monday elected by UN General Assembly or UNGA to serve on the Human Rights Council. Newly elected to the Geneva-based Human Rights Council from Asia-Pacific seats include Afghanistan, Nepal, Pakistan and Qatar. The Human Rights Council is the highest intergovernmental body in the UN system for matters relating to protection and promotion of human rights worldwide. The new members were elected according to the following pattern: 4 seats for African states, 4 seats for Asia-Pacific states, 3 seats for Latin American and Caribbean states, 2 seats for Eastern European states and 2 seats for Western European and other states. All elected members will serve 3-year terms beginning on 1st January 2018.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, a Taliban suicide car bomber and gunmen attacked an Afghan police headquarters in eastern Paktia province on Tuesday. Security officials confirmed that more than 20 people, including provincial police chief, were killed in the suicide bombing.
Two explosions rocked near a police headquarters in Gardes city of Afghanistan's eastern Paktia province on Tuesday. More than 20 people were killed and over 70 wounded in the attack. Security officials confirmed that Toryalai Aptiani, the police chief of Paktia province, was among those killed. According to officials, 2 vehicles were used in the attack, 1 truck bomb and 1 Humvee bomb, and the attack targeted a police training center attached to the headquarters. At least 2 attackers were also killed, the Interior Ministry said in a statement. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attack and confirmed one of the vehicles used in the attack was a Humvee.
In news from Pakistan, Khalila Ali, ex-wife of former world heavyweight boxing champion late Muhammad Ali, over the weekend visited Pakistan Air Force or PAF Academy Asghar Khan in Risalpur during a visit to the country. According to a PAF statement, being an enthusiastic aviator with 830 flying hours to her credit, she flew a training mission in the Super Mushak aircraft. She also interacted with the aviation cadets and flying instructors and appreciated the professionalism of the flying instructors and the training standards at the academy. Khalila was the second wife of the legendary boxer. They married in 1967 and divorced after a decade.
The people are lovely. All is just warm, graceful hospitality. And I love the people and they love me. And I will go back home and tell my American friends that Pakistan's Air Force is the greatest Air Force in the world.
Acute water shortage and lack of proper drainage system continues to batter lives in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The crisis is triggering anguish among people, but the administration continues to practice its long-standing stance of ignorance.
Despite tall promises by the Pakistani establishment to bring development in Pakistan-administered Kashmir, the people of illegally occupied region continue to face severe shortage of basic facilities. Despite being home to rivers like Jhelum, people in the region are facing a shortage of potable drinking water. On the other hand, improper drainage and sewage system in the region is giving rise to several waterborne diseases.
पानी का निज़ाम जो है ना वो बिल्कुल ही धर्म भरम है और जो ना वो प्रॉपर सीवरेज सिस्टम ना होने की वजह से जो ना वो यहाँ पे एक तो बदबू बहुत ज़्यादा फैली हुई है और उसकी वजह से जो ना वो लोगों की में जो ना बीमारियों के चांस बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहे हैं और आए दिन जो ना वो लोग जो ना वो बल्कि अस्पतालों में जो ना वो हर रोज़ की जो ना वो शिकायत हैं और अस्पतालों में भी प्रॉपर निज़ाम ना होने की वजह से लोग तरह तरह की बीमारियों से जो ना वो मुब्तला हुए हैं.
Situation is such that the people are forced to buy water from private water supplies that provide drinking water at high prices.
तो यहाँ पे पानी की बहुत किल्लत है. पीने का पानी हम रिक्शे से भरवा के लाते हैं और पानी वाला 20 रुपये 25 रुपये गैलन लेता है. पूरा दिन जो हम पैसों से पानी भरवा के लाते हैं.
Locals say with proper policies and planning by the government, the problem could have been solved. But despite several pleas, the region has been left to suffer by the federal government of Islamabad, which illegally occupied it over 6 decades ago.
8 Indian fishermen were on Tuesday arrested by Sri Lankan Navy for illegally fishing in its waters. Last week, 5 other Indian fishermen were also detained on similar charges.
Sri Lankan Navy on Tuesday arrested 8 Indian fishermen and impounded a boat for allegedly fishing in its territorial waters. The fishermen belonging to India's southern Rameshwaram town were reportedly taken to Sri Lanka's Mannar naval camp for interrogation. The arrests came days after 5 other fishermen were arrested on October 12 on similar charges.
ராமேஸ்வரத்திலிருந்து மீன்பிடிக்க சென்ற தங்கச்சி மடத்தைச் சேர்ந்த 8 மீனவர்களையும் ஒரு படகையும் இலங்கை கடற்படை கைது செய்து இப்போ விசாரித்து சிறையில் அடைச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. இது இந்த பகுதியில் மீனவர்கள் மீன்பிடிப்பது என்பது மிக மிக கஷ்டமான ஒரு சூழலாக இன்னைக்கு மாறி நிற்கும்.
Sri Lanka has long fumed over poaching and illegal fishing by Indian fishermen that it says depletes the catches of its own fishermen. Fishermen from both the countries frequently stray into each other's territory and end up spending years in jails.
Archery is one of the traditional games of Ladakh region in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. In a bid to promote the region's tradition and to motivate the sport among the local youth, an archery tournament was recently held in Leh town.
A large number of archers from India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province enthusiastically participated in an archery tournament recently. Aimed at motivating the local youth towards the traditional sport, this was the 4th edition of the tournament held in Leh town of the province. The tournament also marked the birth centenary celebration of Bakula Rinpoche, the considered architect of Ladakh. Around 20 teams from across the region participated in the tournament.
आशा यही है कि आगे जाके इसी आर्चरी के टूर्नामेंट्स के कारण इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाला कोई आने वाले सालों में लद्दाख से भी मिलेगा। पर साथ में ये भी ज़रूर है कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का इसमें बहुत बड़ा योगदान का ज़रूरत है और इसमें योगदान भी चाहिए होगा यहाँ के जो लोकल सिविल सोसाइटीज़ हैं कि वो भी ज़रा प्रोत्साहन करें यहाँ के आर्चरी प्लेयर्स को ताकि वो आगे जा सकें।
Archery is one of the traditional games of Ladakh region. Locals consider archery as a ritual that ward off evil energy.
People across India visited jewellery stores on the occasion of Dhanteras, the Hindu festival which marks the beginning of Festival of Lights, Diwali. The day is considered auspicious for purchasing gold or silver, but observed less footfall this year.
People in India's western Mumbai city on Tuesday visited jewellery stores on the occasion of Dhanteras, a day considered auspicious for the purchase of gold, silver and other precious metals and utensils. Dhanteras is an important Hindu festival which marks the first day of the 5-day light festival called Diwali. As per Hindu tradition, it is believed that any new venture undertaken on this day guarantees good results.
महत्व ये देते हैं हमारे जैसे पूर्वजों ने सिखाया गया है और सब बोलते हैं धनतेरस के दिन कुछ न कुछ खरीदने का जैसे जैसे जिसकी जैसी इच्छा हो मतलब जिसकी हैसियत होती है उस हिसाब से सोना खरीदो स्टील खरीदो कांसा खरीदो तांबा खरीदो.
Meanwhile, markets in India's northern Varanasi city were flooded with clay idols, earthen lamps and other gift items which play an important part in the preparations of the 5-day-long festival. However, shopkeepers said that they witnessed fewer footfalls this year and blamed the implementation of goods and services tax for the downfall in their business. After the implementation of GST on July 1st, the gold and silver is being taxed at 3% as opposed to 1.2% earlier.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister Modi inaugurates first ever All India Institute of Ayurveda in New Delhi. Taliban suicide attack in eastern Afghan police headquarters kills over 20. And Hindus across India celebrate auspicious Dhanteras festival. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.